me and Chief Thompson stand here together because this is a joint investigation completely. On 5/25/16, Willie Foster, black male, 30 years old, was picked up by U.S. Marshals on a felony warrant in relations to the Carol Nunnery case. He's been charged with the murder of Carol Nunnery at this time. From evidence collected during the investigation, investigators developed the following. Foster knew the victim from doing work at her house. Foster was at the victim's home on 5/23/16, and sometimes around 6:30 p.m. At some point during the evening, the victim and Foster left her home to take Foster home. Foster drove to the area off County Road 3 and tried to get money from the victim. At some point at this location, the victim received injuries that resulted in her death. Other charges are pending as the investigation continues. This was a joint investigation involving the Sheriff's Office and the Bradford Police Department.
I just concur on what the sheriff said. This was a joint investigation where we combined all the resources, and the results was a quick end to this case, or to a quick end to the arrest.
Sheriff, could you tell us why Foster went to her home in the first place Monday night, or May 23rd?
Well, like I said, he actually done work for her, and he showed up at her home, and you know.
But why at night, though?
I mean, we don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Hasn't been developed yet.
Did he in fact get money from her after she had passed on?
No.
Any evidence that Miss Nunnery put up a fight?
We don't know yet. It's still an investigation too.
You had indicated last night during our live interview that you had not ruled out the possibility there could be additional arrests. Where the day after, last night's interview, is that still a possibility, or is Foster it?
I'm thinking that Mr. Foster's gonna be it, at this time. There may be additional charges on Mr. Foster.
Can you talk about the additional charges?
Well, it's probably gonna be the use of a credit card.
She's known Mr. Foster for quite a while.
Or
he done
I really don't know about, he's been doing yard work for her.
There's no reason to really believe that he would have done anything to her. There's nothing, no past instances that you know of with him and her.
Not that I
Not
know.
reported.
Who actually drove to County Road 3? Was it him, or did he force her to go there?
He drove, where he forced her or not, I don't know.
Was that a common practice for her to let him drive?
I don't know that either. I mean, she would normally pick him up and bring him for work and then take him home.
Sheriff, have you guys been able to pinpoint when Miss Nunnery was killed? Was it during the night, Monday, Tuesday morning, or
We feel like it was sometime Monday night.
during the overnight hours?
It was sometime Monday night when,
Can you tell us at this point, where do you think she was killed?
we think she was killed on County Road 3.
How far away was the car found? How far away from the County Road 3 incident was the car found?
What did you say the distance?
20 minutes.
That's probably about 6 miles, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say 10 to 15.
10 to 15.
It came out in court today during Foster's initial court appearance that Miss Nunnery died from blunt trauma. Was it the vehicle alone, or did he use some sort of weapon before the vehicle?
Out of respect for the family, we're not going to elaborate on the injuries or how it happened.
What about the confession, which also came out during court today? I understand there was a taped confession.
That's correct. He did confess to it.
Did he say why?
That's still an investigation.
But we do have a motive.
We feel like the motive was money.
To support a drug habit, or what?
We feel like the motor's money, he wanted his money.
Any idea how much he was looking for, initially?
No.
Okay. But he never got any money from them, that you know of?
As far as I know, we did.
Anything the public can learn about this to help protect themselves at all that you can think of, or is this just one of those things?
Well, just know who works for you or who you're around anytime, I mean, this is a different world we live in now.
We would add to that if you're gonna have work done around your house, try and have somebody that's licensed, that does this for a living. Just don't hire somebody off the street that you have no background about. But that's one thing we would encourage people to do, to know who they're dealing with and have somebody that's a licensed professional that they hire to work around their house.
Or have somebody with you at
Oh,
least?
somebody with you all times.
You guys had mentioned last night, again, that, he was sort of yard person, if you will. What sort of job did he do for her? Was it mainly cutting the yard, with painting the house, or carpentry work, or what?
According to witnesses, just more or less cutting the yard and working in her yard.
And Matt sort of alluded to a while ago, up until now, there had been no evidence that he had hurt her before, no reports, anything?
What could you tell the citizens of Atoka County and Prattville, this is, an incident like this, we also had the robbery, the convenience store, and this, hey, this community is still safe, we're still looking out for you. Some of this stuff usually doesn't happen here in Prattville, and we've had 2 big incidents in the last couple of weeks.
I'll let Chief Police elaborate on that,
Well, what we would hope that the citizens get out of this is how quick these cases were solved. The dedication, the resources that were put into these cases, and arrests have been made in these cases. And we hope to send a message to, like I said before, the people coming to Prattville, or anyone in Prattville that wants to commit a crime, we're gonna pursue it until we make an arrest, and we're gonna prosecute to the fullest. So that's a message we're gonna get out, and we still feel like Prattville is a safe community, and we're gonna strive to keep it that way.
Did you get a lot of help from witnesses or anybody people helping you, telling you things could help, solve these cases
Yes,
quicker?
and the information on the robbery with the gentleman was found on Cobbsford Road was a great deal of people calling in information, and there was some calls and information received from citizens in this last case. So citizens, and a good part of the time when the media works with us and gets the information out that we request, it does help us.
Chief, if I could kind of deviate a little bit, what is the latest on the third suspect?
Still being looked for.
Okay. Mayor, can I ask you something?
No, sir.
Chief Thompson sort of already talked about it already, but from the mayor's point of view, are you concerned now? We've had 2 homicides in 1 week, which is highly unusual for this town.
Well, if you don't mind, if I can just step back just a moment. But as a citizen and as the mayor of this community, very proud of this multi-agency working together and the outcomes. The 2 tragic events that we recently have had, the only connection has been the end result. Why they happened, 2 totally different reasons. Very proud of the community that has actually helped bring these 2 to a good ending as much as you can on a bad situation like this. But Prattville, Tonga County, Elmore County, the River Region is a safe area over here. Just very, very proud of how everybody's worked together. And I see that this is going to be something we learned from, put behind us. And the main message to send out to our citizens and everyone else out in the community, be aware of your surroundings. As also Chief Thompson had also alluded to, be aware of your surroundings, see something, say something, but know who you're dealing with. We have a lot of great people over here, but we are, in some cases, have some people coming into the area, and that everybody needs to be very mindful of everything that's going on. So, but very proud of everybody, how they work together.
How well was this suspect known to Prattville, Tonga County?
I've had quite a few citizens to reach out to me and tell me how proud they are of the way this has been handled, but also they have known this suspect for many, many years. Some have been through grade school with them, some have worked with them. So, this is, it's a tragedy for Prattville. We're more than just one family.
You're a native of Prattville.
Yes.
Did you personally know it?
Yes.
You never knew it?
if we had a connection, bypassing, I'm not aware of any.
No bad record or anything like that?
Not with me, that's, please, answer there.
Sheriff, I have one more question, and I'm finished. In the confession of Willie Foster, was he intoxicated at the time?
When you,
Intoxicated, was he high?
when you gave a confession? No.
Was he, at the time, did he seem remorseful, or how would you describe his emotions at the time?
His first was interviewed, maybe he wasn't as remorse as he should be, but I think as it went on, he got remorseful.